is John Dewar and I'm the Vice Chancellor of LaTrobe University. I'm really sorry that I can't be there in person to help celebrate this showcase for the inaugural cohort of startups in LaTrobe's Global Markets Accelerator program. But I've followed the progress and achievements of our Accelerator program closely since it was established in 2016. And it's really gone ahead in leaps and bounds over the last 5 years in supporting startups across Victoria. So taking our innovation and entrepreneurship work to the global stage was a natural evolution. It means that our brightest thinkers and innovators can scale up their business models, connect with markets beyond Australia, and help to solve global problems. Importantly, supporting startups to take their ideas onto the global stage doesn't compromise our mission to support our local communities. In fact, it generates economic activity and employment in those communities. During COVID-19, we've seen that businesses can thrive by being adaptable and responsive. So we're very grateful that Oz Industry provided funding for our Global Markets Accelerator program so that our startups could continue in the program during 2020, the height of the pandemic. And despite the challenges we faced during COVID, the program has continued to connect our local startups with coaches and support from our international partners in Europe, India, Indonesia, and Singapore. I'm proud to say that we've been able to showcase some exceptional talent. The 6 startups have demonstrated innovation across sectors including health, robotics, AI, food, and education. They've generated a lot of interest that will help them to develop their ideas further. There's also significant investor interest, and activity is underway in market testing, brand development, and product demonstrations. I also understand that some supplier deals have already been signed. I'm also told that the internship programs that were offered to the startups as they moved through the program have resulted in 2 PhD projects and employment opportunities for 2 participants in their home countries of Indonesia and Singapore. Brilliant outcome for this first cohort in our Global Markets Accelerator program. I congratulate all of the startups, mentors and facilitators that have been involved and send my thanks to our team here in Melbourne for all their hard work. And thanks once again to Oz Industry for their support. And finally, congratulations to all of the startups on reaching the next stage of your journey. We'll all be following the progress of your businesses, and we look forward to seeing you continue to develop and thrive in the future.
Hi, my name is Ravi Narayan. THUB is where I am today, and it's a very unique initiative. It's an innovation hub that works with startups, with corporations and foreign countries to actually create these conduits for startups that are looking to, go to new markets and really thrive, because I feel that these startups are mini MNCs. The GMAP program is very much in alignment with our vision of creating these pathways for startups to access the global markets. THUB is at the forefront of enabling and empowering startups all across the world. In alignment with that vision, LaTrobe University's GMAP program, was just perfect partnership for us to really take some fantastic startups from Australia that were curated by LaTrobe University to actually access the Indian markets. These startups got a chance to understand the Indian culture, the Indian markets, and how to be successful here. The LaTrobe University GMAP program also allowed us to work through the pandemic and make this a successful program because we were able to work with these startups digitally and give them the value as they were building that out, and therefore create capabilities for ourselves and hopefully for LaTrobe as well on how to do this remotely until the markets really open up and these startups can actually come into the country and start working here. But India is the 5th largest economy in the world and growing very fast with the underpinnings of digital economy already built into it. So if we can actually make this thing happen and creating that mindset amongst the Australian startups to look at India favorably, I think we have accomplished quite a bit. So I really would like to take this opportunity to congratulate each and every startup that went through this program I look forward to growth with a lot of pride and a lot of excitement. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Lies, part of the team running the IMEC Star Technology Accelerator in Belgium. And my role as an internationalization officer is to support our approximately 235 portfolio companies in their international growth and challenges. We've partnered with LaTrobe for the Global Markets Accelerator program, since we as an accelerator in Europe saw that the Flanders region in Belgium is a very good landing place for non-European companies to enter the market. Being a perfect test market as well for further growth, but also being very close to large international organizations with headquarters in Europe and close to other important cities such as London, Berlin, Paris, Amsterdam, and so on. So being part of the program really made us connect with the strong partners in the Australian and Southeast Asian entrepreneurship ecosystem. And we valued those connections with the other partners and also how each of us works through the program and see the participating companies and founders grow and also learn from these support mechanisms. During the program, we started with 6 companies in the 8 weeks feasibility study phase, and we ended up selecting 2 of them to further support in their international go-to-market. Both Movie and also Silver Adventures already had connections with the European market, and also we connected them with relevant stakeholders in our networks. During the Accelerator programs, we organized a roundtable session for each of them with local experts. And apart from that, Movie participated in for them most relevant workshops in October, such as being sales, product validation, but also fundraising. Silver Adventures, in the end, also chose to focus on the UK market, as they also were selected for the Manchester Innovation Programme, and we on our end supported them in their further go-to-market in the UK by connecting them with a local coach in our ecosystem. So let's finish by saying congratulations to LaTrobe for organizing this perfect program, and also to all the participating companies for achieving those great results.
Hello everyone. I'm Agustiadi Lee, the Program Head of Innovation Factory. We are one of the most active technology startup ecosystem builders right here in Indonesia. As of today, we are managing more than 10,000 square meters of innovation center spread across the 3 big cities, Jakarta, Bandung, and Jogja. Since we started in 2018, we have supported and assisted more than 3,000 digital entrepreneurs across the archipelago. LaTrobe Innovation and Entrepreneurship reached out last year to offer us an opportunity to partner up for the Global Market Accelerator Program, or known as GMAP, to help Australian startups to study, explore, and find ways to penetrate the exciting and growing Indonesian market. Both organizations share similar values and vision in understanding the importance and needs to support our technology startups, providing them with the best opportunity to not just survive, but thrive. We are very happy that through our partnerships, we are able to support 2 awesome startups, Movie and Anidra, from the program. In the last few months, we have supported their entrepreneurship journeys with a tailor-made market access essentials, such as our Booster and I360 program, that connects them to the various mentors, potential customers, potential collaborators, and investors. We have heard many good things about these interactions and will continue to work with these teams in the months to come. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Rob Scott. I'm the Managing Director of Australia Asia Technology Incubator and British Asia Technology Incubator. For us, it's really working with GMAP. It was really a bit of a no-brainer. We're all about leveraging our networks in Asia and in Europe to within the healthcare sphere to sort of help early stage companies understand, engage better, and succeed ultimately in those markets. So it was really a fantastic experience working with GMAP for this cohort. For us, one of the key features of working with GMAP was helping the companies access some of our networks in the newer areas. So for us, it's actually been UK as a developing market for our investor and our industry networks there. So attacking quality companies from the program to those investors and those industry partners was really useful from our perspective in creating our own brand awareness and developing even deeper the connections we have in the UK and European markets. So a great example of what I was talking about was one of the companies, Movie, which have a fantastic ultraviolet technology in relation to cleaning of and sterilisation for hospitals, which obviously impacts COVID, which we're all affected by at the moment. So bringing Movie into the UK was really great in terms of connecting with some major investment groups, some industry partners, and also for markets we weren't very familiar with, particularly like Scandinavia, which is a market of interest to them, and one we've now developed some really good networks in as well from an industry perspective. So just showing that Australian technology is fantastic anywhere in the world, and helping do that is really important for us. So just wanted to say, finally, a big congratulations to all the cohort for this year, and we're super excited about working with the group coming through, and we expect to be just as fantastic a group of companies and just a good result. Thank you.
I'd like to say thank you to our 4 international partners who have just spoken: T-Hub, IMEC, Innovation Factory, and Australia-China Technology Incubator. And I'm sure you'd agree with me that for startups going into this program to have the opportunity to be supported, mentored, introduced to markets and customers across such broad and large and diverse markets is a fabulous opportunity. And I think you would also agree with me that the enthusiasm, in addition to the expertise that our partners bring, has just been fabulous, and a fabulous opportunity for the startups. I'd also like to say thank you on behalf of our Innovation Entrepreneurship Program and industry engagement here at LaTrobe, because partnering with such organisations also provides us with an opportunity to hear how they do it around the globe in terms of supporting entrepreneurs and startups. And we've learnt many valuable things that we can take through into our future programs. So thank you to our international partners. So great to hear from you. Really excited that you have so much enthusiasm to support Australian entrepreneurs and startups. And we look forward to working with you in the next round of the program. I would now like to welcome Emma Forster, who's the Senior Program Coordinator from the City of Melbourne, to introduce the participants of the first Global Market Accelerator program and help us find out more about their experiences throughout the program and learn a little bit about what they're trying to achieve with their startups. So welcome, Emma, and the startups.
Thank you so much, Megan. As noted, I am the Senior Program Coordinator from the City of Melbourne. It's awesome to be here today and really excited to get to meet some of the startups that have been going through this amazing program. A little bit about me before we kick off. I've most recently been delivering our City of Melbourne Startup Action Plan with a focus on smart cities. And one of the key programs that comes out of that action plan is our annual Open Innovation Competition. This is a program that encourages the community to harness data and emerging technology to solve some of our common urban challenges. And it's really a great launching pad for those who are thinking about starting a business and launching into the world of entrepreneurship and innovation. I'm passionate about the community, particularly here in Melbourne. It's awesome to see some Melbourne-based startups here and to see what sort of markets they're looking to enter into, because I think in this time, even though it's been a crazy 2020 and 21, it's always a good time to start thinking about a business you might want to launch and expand and grow from Australia. So it's great to be here. We're going to crack right into it here, and I'm going to get to know the 6 startups that we have here on the program. So by way of introductions, we're going to go around the virtual room. I was hoping to be on a stage with you all and to have a wonderful audience right in front of me, but here we are in the spare room of my place here in Kensington. That's fine. So before we go, I'd like to start. If each of you will go around, and if you could tell us a little bit more about yourselves and your startup by way of introductions. I'm going to throw to Anidra Tech Ventures first of all to kick us off.
Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Venki Balasubramanian. Andrew, who's in the panel, and I are the founders of Anidra Group. We both are FedUni researchers, and Anidra is a FedUni spin-out company. So what we do in Anidra is pioneers in building remote patient monitoring. And we solve a century-old problem to detect patients' health decline with our AI-based algorithms and smart remote monitoring. So currently we are trading in India, and we made sales to Indian Defense, and we are looking forward to expand our market in Australian aged care industry.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Venki. That's great. I will throw now to Movie. Murray, we'd like to hear from you.
Hi, everyone. Yeah, Movie kills superbugs. We kill superbugs on surfaces and air. We use UV light technology to do the disinfecting, and we've also developed this IoT, this Internet of Things sensor, to validate the disinfection of surfaces and airborne particles. In fact, our technology was used last year by 4 hospitals in Wuhan to decontaminate their facility. So I look forward to further talking to everybody.
Wow, Murray, you sound like you've hit the nail here in terms of the timing of your business. So congratulations already. We'll hear more soon. I'll throw now to Sarah from Ready Teacher.
Thanks, Emma, and hi, everyone. It's great to be here today. I'm Sarah. I'm from Ready Teacher. Ready Teacher is a platform where education providers can search for and hire the perfect teacher across multidisciplinary expert areas. And it just takes the click of a button to find that perfect teacher for whatever course is being provided, being delivered.
Fabulous. Thank you, Sarah. It's great to have you here. And now Silver Adventures. Colin, over to you.
Thanks, Emma. Hello, everyone. My name is Colin Pudsey. I'm the founder and CEO of Silver Adventures. For those of you that might not be aware, around 50% of aged care residents have feelings of isolation or loneliness during the course of their stay. And what we do is we provide a virtual reality-based experience solution, specifically for seniors, with the goal of reducing those feelings of isolation, helping care teams to drive social engagement. And in fact, we've already taken over 2,000 seniors on shared virtual reality experiences. And we've actually managed to demonstrate a 40% uplift in general happiness across all of those residents. So it was a big problem before COVID, and something that after restrictions and lockdowns, it's really become a really expanded problem and a global problem. So we're really happy to be here today and really enjoyed being part of the GMAP program.
Fabulous. Thank you, Colin. That's awesome. Harnessing that kind of technology for really helping our seniors sounds really, you're really solving for a problem there. We've got a couple of founders here from TVH Pets. Introductions.
Hi, my name's Leslie Moyne. Blair Triplett and I are the startup founders of TVH Pets. TVH Pets is a holistic pet wellness company seeking to disrupt the pet category through plant-based and novel insect protein nutrition. Our journey started 2 years ago, and we bring to this venture complementary skills and startup experience. Blair brings to TVH international branding, and I bring to TVH finance. Now, here are our products, and they're human grade, so why don't we try one?
Oh, would love to try one, Leslie. It's a shame I can't. Over to you to talk about Takuma. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Annette McLeod. I'm from Takuma, and we're improving the ways humans interact with technology. What we've developed is a tactile 6 degrees of freedom control orb, allowing you to control any device such as drone, robot, jetpack, or other device entirely with just 2 fingers. We've been bootstrapped for the last 5 years. We've recently received Boosting Female Founders grant, and we've recently been selling units into underwater rovers with the Australian Navy, New South Wales Police Force, and most recently a universal soldier robotic controller to the US Defence Innovation Unit. So we're really looking to expand into further industries, and we're excited to tell you more.
I look forward to hearing more. That sounds really intricate and interesting. I mean, I've tried to fly a drone myself, and just even with, there's no way. Maybe I need to try your technology and make myself better at that. But we'll go around again. I'm going to jump into the next question. So I'm curious to find out what made you all apply for this Global Markets Accelerator program, especially considering it launched, you applied last year, mid-pandemic. What really motivated you to get going? I'll throw to yourselves from Anitra first.
Yeah, thanks. I would say that Anitra is the right startup at the right time during the pandemic, because what we do is an isolated remote monitoring that is suitable for a pandemic one. And naturally, we are our market is in India, so it's outside Australia. So that's one of the things that motivated us to apply for a GMAT. And like I said, okay, we do monitor the patients who are isolated. So our sales boomed in the last 4 months to 200%. So we are naturally fit to this particular program from the beginning.
Amazing. It's so true, isn't it? As I was sort of reflecting, it's always a good time to start something. That's really great. Murray, tell us why you applied. What motivated you?
Yeah, well, there was probably a couple of reasons. We couldn't fly, couldn't do anything. So what do we do with our time? So why not expand and accelerate the business virtually? It's a simple way to change gears in the business. So we were looking to go into the European market. Normally I'd be flying over to Europe, but as it turned out, this program allowed us to virtually go across to Europe and make connections and start to build business. We ended up going into Indonesia. So we did quite a bit of work in virtually able to expand out the business in a very short period of time.
Yep, brilliant. And as you say, it's sort of made things a bit more accessible, hasn't it? Being able to just jump on a Zoom meeting and from the comfort of your own home. So yeah, that's a really interesting notion. What about you, Sarah?
So Ready Teacher operates within the international education sector, Emma. And with borders closed, we were sort of starting to notice a really rapid decline in the need for our service. And also, sadly, we saw that our customers were closing their doors. So it was the perfect time to think about diversifying our markets, to think about looking abroad and not just relying on the local Australian market. And additionally, there was something that really attracted me to this program was the overseas excursion, which as yet we've not been able to take, but we're still, fingers crossed we can, when borders open, go together as a group to those markets, partner markets that we've been working with, and actually be on the ground, be a part of the local startup community, meet our customers face to face and make some of those initial transactions if we haven't already.
Yeah, sometimes, face to face, can't beat it. And what about for you, Colin, and Silver Ventures? What made you get into the program?
For us, if I kind of reflect back, we started in 2019 and we launched our MVP just at the start of 2020 before the COVID sort of pandemic. And we had really good initial growth and sales in Australia, and I think this was an opportunity to explore other markets that could be similar and have opportunities for us. And there's a global shift towards an aging population and very similar issues in other countries that we're trying to solve. And I think this program gave us an opportunity to get the benefit of expertise and research that might be cost prohibitive to a startup. So it's kind of a no-brainer, to apply, and then getting on the program was great to like I say, to be able to work with some experts in the field and get the benefit of their network and their knowledge in those markets that were local to them and perhaps not to us.
Yeah, brilliant. I love that. And what about TBH Pets?
Thanks, Emma. We were fortunate to have won the City of Darabin Pitch It competition on a local basis, and really that was our stepping stone into the LaTrobe GMAT program. So for us, it was proof that these types of programs, actually, there is a pathway, they do exist, they are tangible and real. But we're also keen to get ready for the international market expansion pathway as well from our own perspective. And with COVID being full swing, we were able to persist on a local basis, test our product, test for some market fit, and actually gain the insights and the experience that our GMAP mentors were able to provide to us, along with our own initiatives through in terms of our each stage of learning. So we're very thankful for the opportunity, and it's been a really interesting journey for us.
It's great to hear about the Darabin Pitch Comp. I know that's been running for a number of years, similarly to our Open Innovation Challenge. And I failed to mention at the start, but we've partnered with GMAP to offer some places into that program off the back of that competition as well. So we've got a couple of winners that we'll soon be announcing who'll be going through into the phase 1 of the program too. So how about you, Annette? What got you inspired to apply last year?
Yeah, similar to Murray and Colin, I mean, we're looking for something to do. Being unable to go to people in person, I think I was part of 5 different online programs in the second half of last year, including GMAP. So really just looking to continue to find more customers, expand our market, and grow our business and find better ways of telling our story.
That's fabulous. I'm glad you did a few programs. It's good to see that many of these programs have been able to pivot to that virtual format, and it isn't quite the same, but it's awesome to see them still sort of running and hopefully running in parallel and complementing each other. My next question here, I'd really like to hear from each of you. What was the highlight achievement and your biggest learning throughout the program? And if you have any unexpected outcomes that you just weren't quite, weren't aware were going to sort of take place. Anidra Tech Ventures, I'll start with you two again.
Thanks, Emma. The highlight for us was, we diversified our marketing to target the home-based patients and smaller clinics, as well as the larger corporate hospital chains in India. The unexpected outcome has been a doubling of sales above our projections for this year, and that's been terrific for us. It's been made us ready to seek seed equity funding, and if anyone is interested in investment, we'll be delighted to chat. And in Indonesia, the GMAP has helped us look for partners that we could possibly partner up with as well. All in all, pretty good.
That's awesome. Congratulations. Gee, that unexpected outcome. I mean, that's obviously, the dream, really. So well done. I think that's, and onwards and upwards from here. So that's excellent. What about yourself, Murray, and movie highlights?
Yeah, for movie, the list is pretty long, but we'll keep it short. So for us, the highlights were really getting exposed into the European, Indonesian, and Singaporean market. So that was really nice to get immersed into those markets and then be doing workshops within those markets that really took us deep into the thinking and the psychology, whether it's customers, investors. So that was a great start. We had some great mentors on financial, sales, legal, and also onto investment. Some of the other great highlights that happened to us, we got selected for the i360 healthcare presentation, which then flowed on to meeting a person who then became one of our country managers. So she's taken on, so she started with us. We then got into the finals of a tech competition, and we came second place in a pitching contest into it, and that exposed us to lots of VCs into the market, and that also flowed on to us getting an intern into Singapore that's doing digital marketing for us. So quite a long list. It's been a really nice experience, and yeah, movie's
awesome.
Been very grateful for it.
So we've got investment, we've got talent, and this is all through a virtual program. I think it's fabulous. Sarah, what about you?
I think for us, the highlight was, as Murray said, delving deep into the European market and understanding how their education system works. It's very different from here in the sense that they don't really have that robust private education sector for over 18s that we have here. So, education is largely free or very affordable and often funded and provided by government. So very different models. We worked really closely for the feasibility study, which is the part of this program that comes before the Accelerator program with the team at IMEC in Belgium. And I think we made about 21 new connections with really interesting, amazing, knowledgeable people and leaders in the field. And also working really closely with that core team at IMEC, and just really enjoyed the learning process, working with them, collaborating with them. The unexpected twist on that was that IMEC chose not to partner with Ready Teacher for the Accelerator because of the lockdown and timing, and also, just matching those markets properly. So, yeah, we didn't actually work with them in the Accelerator, but it was awesome to work with them in the feasibility study, and it was a very, very valuable and worthwhile activity.
Amazing. Yeah, lockdowns and, it's a forever evolving situation, so understandable that sometimes it doesn't always go to plan, but that's awesome to hear your experience. And what about yourself, Colin, and Silver Adventures? Some highlights, learnings?
Some highlights. Well, I think the key highlight for me is that we've found a really great advisor for the business, very much like a mentor kind of role, who I've been working with, and great expertise, kind of walked a similar path and done it very successfully in terms of building a company, raising investment, exiting, that kind of thing in a similar field. So that's been great to soundboard ideas and strategy and get the benefit of that previous expertise. I think the unexpected aspect was probably when we came to the program. Much like many startups, I guess we had eyes on landing investment and going down that kind of path. And through being part of the program and speaking to different mentors and experts, I guess we felt like we're probably a bit vulnerable at that stage as a very new startup to go after investment. And no one wants to do all this amount of hard work just to kind of lose half your company or, not be the owner anymore at a very early stage. So we kind of pivoted to build the business and get more runs on the board and more customers and get in a stronger position for when we do go down that path of investment, and that might be in the near future. But in the sort of 6 to 12 months, since joining the program, we've grown rapidly now, and we're in a much more solid position to having those conversations, and in terms of the goals for the business, how we would use funds and growth projections and stuff. So I think that, yeah, there's probably an unexpected aspect of you maybe just think an accelerator means go for investment, land investment, and everything else is rosy. And I think the reality is that it's probably a bit short-sighted, and there's a lot more hard work to do before that. And there's benefits to bootstrapping for longer and getting into a better position that way.
Yeah, just getting more prepared. I think that's a good call. It's taking it as it comes, and hopefully, after this program, it's kind of going, all right, we'll be ready in 6 months or really soon. So that's great to hear. And TVH Pets, what are some highlights and key learnings and outcomes?
Well, probably key learnings, and certainly, I guess, along with that, some key insights, is that one can simultaneously engage with specialists, both in Australia and overseas, and in our case, it was India, and have a first-hand experience of how companies and countries and indeed people actually relate to each other. And people is often the missing point that people often overlook, I guess, that we are dealing with people regardless of what we're doing. In terms of an unexpected outcome, I think that our product proposition actually not only leads the way in terms of the pet category within Australia, but that we appear to have some pretty good market fit within the context of India too. So that's fantastic.
Fabulous. Thank you. And Annette, your reflections?
Yeah, similar to Sarah, the IMEC team did a great job at introducing us through the speed networking programs with US contacts and contacts across Europe. It really prepared us to wake up very early in the morning for meetings on Zoom. And this prepped us well for a presentation we ended up doing at 4:30 a.m. With a venture drone cafe in Belgium, and remotely, obviously. And then we've had several pitching competitions we participated in and won prizes along the way in all of them. And most recently applying to the US solicitation as recommended by Austrade program and having those meetings at midnight. Yeah, the program definitely prepared us for those midnight meetings.
And how do you go with a piece of hardware technology? Are you sending this in advance of these demos and things? Like, how are you actually engaging?
Most of the time it is a video pitch and we don't have the opportunity to get in their hands, and that it has been something that we've been learning over the course of the last year. How do we tell the story without saying, hey, play with it, which was always our way of doing it. So we're still working out the best way to tell a story, but thankfully with our US solicitation, we were able to send 3 units over. And in fact, within 24 hours of our meeting, they said, oh, we don't want to send them back. Can you send us an invoice for them? So
wow, fabulous. So cool. Hey, awesome experiences. I'm going to jump to the last question here, just looking at time. And I'd love to hear from you around what piece of advice would you give an Australian startup trying to scale globally? And what would you say to a potential applicant considering to apply for cohort 2 of the Global Markets Accelerator program?
Yeah, well, I think this model is the new model. It's the relevant business model for getting abroad. We can't travel, so it needs to be adopted pretty quickly. You can scale the business, as you've people been hearing today. You can scale the business to a certain extent and into foreign markets and learn and understand those markets. You've got great mentors that are normally based in those local countries that can really support and facilitate the growth of the business. So, yeah, I think it's a really good way to be able to change gears.
My advice, I would say, if you're going to apply to a program like this, then come to the program very open-minded, open to all opportunities and conversations, because they can go in different directions that you don't expect. Don't underestimate the hard work involved. A bit like Annette was saying, if you want to, join a program where you want to launch your business internationally, it's going to mean late calls, early calls, not regular days. The hard yards are definitely going to be part of it. And the third thing would just be to keep your focus. So you're most likely resource poor as a startup, and you need to evaluate things very quickly and see what's going to give you best bang for buck, and make those choices and stick to your goals and what you're trying to solve, which problem, and how best you're going to do it with your time and energy. So I'll keep focused on what's important.
Keep yourself open-minded, as Colin said, and be prepared to put in the hard yards. You get out of it what you put in.
Amazing. What a bunch of inspo to come out of this session. It's been fabulous getting to know you all in the segment today. A big round of applause for you all taking the time to speak with me and with everyone. And I'm sure the audience has had fabulous insights and some learnings from you all today. So this does conclude the panel session with these 6 fabulous startups. Thank you, everyone. It's been fabulous. Enjoy the rest of your time.
Thank you, Emma, and thank you to our 6 graduating startups for that really interesting panel discussion. I don't know about you, but it's fabulous when startups come on and you're speaking to them and they're waving their product around, and it's just fabulous to see that they've got a product that they're taking to market, and in some cases even eating it themselves. So that was just great to hear that discussion. Really interesting that the pandemic provided the businesses with the opportunity to have the time to really think about their business and to look at how they could go into global markets and access those global markets. And interesting to hear their reflections on what they got out of the program. And it was quite diverse. Not only were they going into diverse markets with diverse products, but what they got from the program in terms of the mentoring, the connections into the workshops, the deep understanding of those global markets, the ability to really tap in and and understand the market, the customers, and build their business. And to do that even throughout the pandemic was fabulous to hear, but really exciting that they talked about growth, growing their businesses, sales, sending product overseas, getting invoices or are being asked to invoice for product. And even I think we even heard a pitch there for future investment. So it sounds, like that they've had a fabulous journey, and it's really great to hear the positive feedback that they had on the program. So I think they've been a great advertisement for cohort 2. So certainly if you're online and you're participating tonight and you've heard that and are interested, please reach out to us around cohort 2. It's great to have run tonight's event with our partners at the City of Melbourne, and so thank you very much, Emma, for facilitating that panel discussion. And thank you, City of Melbourne, for supporting the Global Markets Accelerator program, and we look forward to that partnership continuing into the second cohort, and that you'll be supporting the second cohort and identifying companies that can go through that second round of the program. Thank you to Chericella and the Innovation and Entrepreneurship team from LaTrobe University for delivering the program and producing tonight's showcase event. So certainly it's fabulous to see the program that you're running and supporting these businesses. It's a really important part of industry engagement here at LaTrobe University. We're really committed to making a difference and having an impact in the communities that we serve, and engaging with industry and providing access to research, innovation, infrastructure and programs such as the Global Market Accelerator program is an important part of our engagement and supporting businesses in their growth and also in the economic development of the communities where LaTrobe is situated. So Global Market Accelerator program is an important part of that. But we don't do it on our own. It's very important that we partner to deliver not only this program, but our other industry engagement events. I think we heard one of our startups talk about the pathway that they followed from the Darebin pitch night through to the Global Market Accelerator program. And it just underlined how important having those pathways and therefore the partners in place to enable those pathways to support that business growth. So thank you very much to our partners and supporters, Oz Industry, IMEC, Innovation Factory, Singtel Innovate, and the Australia-China Technology Incubator. Thank you very much. And also for our broader partners that we have that participate in these programs and the mentors that participate, because they all have a really important role to play. So that concludes the formal proceedings. I would like to again thank Councillor David Griffiths, Professor Dewar, Vice-Chancellor of LaTrobe University, Emma Forster from the City of Melbourne, and of course the participation of our international partners and the participation of our startups for speaking tonight. And thank you all for taking the time to join us online to celebrate this milestone. Congratulations to the startups. We're very proud of you and very excited. It's fabulous to hear the journeys that you're on and the innovative thinking and the ambition and focus that you have to grow your businesses. And we look forward to seeing and support you through your ongoing successes. As noted and well advertised by our current cohort, applications are open for the second cohort of the Global Market Accelerator program and will soon end. I think it's the end of this week that applications will close. So please visit our website, latrobe.edu.au/accelerator, or use the Contact Us button on the bottom of your viewing console, and we'll get in contact with you with more information on how to apply. Everyone who registered for this broadcast will receive a copy of it on demand, so feel free to watch it again or share it with your network so that they can hear the fabulous stories of the businesses that have gone through the Global Market Accelerator program. Thank you for joining us this evening. Hope you enjoy the rest of your evening, and we hope to see you again in person soon. Good night. Thank you.
At LaTrobe University, we shape the future. We're one of the world's leading universities and among the top 50 universities in Asia Pacific. That's because we know what students need to become leaders in their field. We ask employers what they want from graduates and design leading courses with industry partners. Our students unleash new technologies in leading facilities. They absorb practical and technical skills from passionate mentors. We tackle urgent social and environmental issues too. That's why our research is celebrated for its global impact. LaTrobe degrees take people around the planet, but the journey begins at our vibrant, multicultural campuses, where our students inspire each other and thrive from the connections they make. Start the journey to a better future at LaTrobe University.